Friends and family, please rise to welcome the Washtenaw International High School class of 2016. Parents, grandparents, family, friends, and consortium district representatives to Washtenaw International High School's 2016 commencement ceremony. To begin tonight's program, please welcome Zaira Ashraf, Hamza Azam, Savlan Chaudhry, Yara El Tawil, Jacob Guthrie, Izan Mubarak, and Zach Simone, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Thank you. Graduates and guests, please remain standing for tonight's national anthem, which will be sung by the WIHI Graduation Choir under the direction of Mrs. Rachel Dresser and accompanied by the WIHI Graduation Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Brooke Pearson. now my pleasure to introduce our principal, Ms. Nudo, to deliver the principal's address.
Good evening and welcome to our district superintendents, board members, faculty, family, and friends. We are here tonight to celebrate an exceptional group of students who sit in cap and gown before us. The Washtenaw International High School class of 2016. And as the second graduating class, at times you may have felt a little like the middle child, lost in the shuffle of things, but what you may not have realized is that being the second graduating class has great advantages. As secondborns in our WIHI family history, you have proven, like many secondborns, to be independent, master negotiators, and inspiring leaders. You have demonstrated your fierce willingness to persevere in challenging times, take calculated, worthwhile risks, and thrive in the face of adversity. Each of you sitting before us has achieved extraordinary triumphs, often personal and silent. You are first-generation immigrants, soon-to-be first-generation college students, founding members of WIHI clubs, including the Muslim Student Association, Pan-African Student Union, Gay Straight Alliance, Diversity Alliance, Model United Nations, Forensics, Link Club, Acapella Club. You have contributed greatly to our communities in more ways than you will ever know. In the years we have had the pleasure of knowing you, through the myriad of ups and downs, three distinct things ring true about you. Number one, you deeply care about the people you went to school with. Number two, the staff, each and every one of us, has made an indelible mark on the person you are today. And number three, you are unusually obsessed with debating the finer details of baked goods. Now this final point may seem trivial and obscure and definitely confusing for the rest of you out there, but in fact it is a reflection of this class's unwavering sense of self. You are unapologetically who you are. This confident sense of self-actualization is what's most striking about you. Because of you, we have an annual social justice and diversity conference to promote peace and understanding. Because of you, we have student-led organizations that promote an inclusive and caring culture for all. Our school community works tirelessly to create the kind of place that changes students' lives. We aim to push and stretch you to places you never imagined. We strive to develop altruistic leaders who have a tremendous impact on others and an even greater humility and commitment to peace. And in our efforts of inspiring, engaging, and guiding you these past 4 years, we realize you have changed our lives. We are better educators because of you. This entire village made up of your parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, teachers, counselors, administrators, we hope that you continue through your remarkable journey, striving to become balanced, caring, communicative, inquiring, knowledgeable, open-minded, principled, risk-taking, reflective thinkers. They do have notes. Seniors, through your time at WIHI, while you may not have quite memorized the Ivy Learner Profile traits, all of you have demonstrated the essence of the 10 Learner Profile traits. Today, with your peers, parents, friends, and family present, we would like to continue a decades-old tradition that our visionary founder, Mr. Bert Oaklund, has established at WIHI Commencement ceremonies. Our faculty would like to honor 10 particular students who exemplify each of the learner profile characteristics. Let's start with risk taker. Will Alyssa Jameson please stand and be recognized? attending WIHI and completing the IB diploma requirements have constituted a massive personal and academic triumph. You have displayed remarkable perseverance and tenacity. You are living proof that facing fears with courage and forethought are always worthwhile. Alyssa, thank you for demonstrating what it means to be a risk taker. Will Nico Alvarado please stand and be recognized? Nico, Miss Dresser praises you for always thinking several steps ahead, constructing solid and thoughtful plans on information you gather. You are solution-oriented and turn any situation into a positive one. You use critical and creative thinking skills to examine the world around you. Nico, thank you for epitomizing what it means to be a thinker. Will Yara L. Tawil please stand and be recognized? Yara, Miss Morgan praises you for being grounded in your personal quest for knowledge. Your success in the classroom, clubs, and forensics tournaments derives from your ability to consider the what if. You inspire your peers to grow. Yara, thank you for demonstrating what it means to be an inquirer. Will Alexabel Talbot please stand and be recognized? Alexabel, Miss Metalski praises you for being incredibly principled. You continue to pursue ways to ensure all voices are heard and all people cared for. You are committed to making life better for those who don't have the means to do so for themselves. Alexabel, thank you for modeling what it means to be principled. Will Girish Sivakanthan please Girish, Miss Fellowsack praises you for being knowledgeable and consistently demonstrating a high level of mastery in chemistry. You have shown that you can tackle complex and intricate issues. Girish, thank you for demonstrating what it means to be knowledgeable. Will Grace Swanson please stand and be recognized? Grace, Mr. Pearson praises you for teaching us all that open-mindedness always means a keen listening ear and never being quick to judge. You are deliberately always seeking opportunities to understand divergent perspectives, and you always approach life with optimism. Grace, thank you for demonstrating what it means to truly be open-minded. Will Sapan Chaudhry please stand and be recognized? Sapan, Mr. Giddings recognizes you as a tremendous student leader for your ability to carefully and thoughtfully reflect. As a Stugo president, you consistently reflect on ways you can improve. Your reflection inside and out of the classroom is commendable and should be seen as a model for all current and future WIHI students. Sapan, thank you for demonstrating what it means to be reflective. Will Adina Liadu please stand and be recognized? Adina, Miss Pilafsidas praises you for being caring, empathetic, and selfless. Despite hardships, you are always kind and nurturing to others. You consistently show empathy, compassion, and respect for others, and your positive impact on WIHI will be everlasting. Adina, thank you for modeling what it means to be caring. Will Zaira Ashraf please stand and be recognized? Zaira, Mr. Fox recognizes you as a passionate communicator who wrestles with ideas of injustice and fairness. fairness. You are committed to being a voice for the voiceless. Whether it's forensics, TEDx talks, or classroom discussion, you demonstrate that communication is at the heart of understanding. Zyra, thank you for being an extraordinary communicator. And finally, will Jillian Gatecliff please stand and be recognized? Jillian, Miss Hervey notes that you are the definition of a balanced student. During your 4 years at WIHI, in addition to your academics, you are the captain of the varsity water polo team. You served on Build On and NHS and spent your summer at a Build On retreat while also participating on an Olympic development water polo team in California. You make time for mind, body, and soul, and you do so successfully. Jillian, thank you for modeling what it means to truly be balanced. Graduates, congratulations on all you have achieved. May you continue to rise in the face of adversity. May you live up to your enormous potential. May you find joy and reward in cultivating kindness as you strive to make the world a better, more peaceful place. Class of 2016, we love you. Congratulations.
At this time, we welcome 3 students who have earned the honor of representing their peers with tonight's class address. Tiffany Askew, Aria Davis, and Nelson Andres Stockdale-Gary. Welcome.
I'd like to start my speech today by posing a question. Is cake bread? Now, most of the senior class will cringe at this, remembering the week or so where the seemingly insignificant queries swept through our class during freshman year. And this is not the only difficult question we've had to answer during my 4 years here. It seems like WIHI is full of questions, most of them beginning with to what extent. To what extent are faith and reason mutually exclusive? To what extent am I going to procrastinate on this next project? We all know the answer to that one. But the biggest question of all, what comes next, remains largely unanswered. People are going to come up here and tell you that you are now world shapers in the making. That we all have the potential to be the next Karl Marx, or next Steve Jobs, or maybe even the next Nicki Minaj. But the truth is, no one knows what the future holds. Mr. Garcia has always told us that it doesn't matter what college we get into, or how much money we get, as long as we remember to be good people. So if there's one thing I want you to take away from this speech, it's to remember to be a good person. Go and spread a little light in a world where it's so easy to be dark. When you leave, take a piece of WIHI with you. Create places like this one where things like race, or sexuality, or culture don't become boundaries, but become bridges. Where it's okay to be a nerd, or a geek, or even a state band. If 10 years in the future you don't remember FIGS or the steps to cell respiration, if you remember nothing else, remember to be the open-minded, open-hearted people we all know you are. Be good people, be great people, and no matter how small your impact, you can change the world. We have grown past 2016, from strangers to a family. Before I came to WIHI, I'd gotten into the habit of pretending. Maybe we all had. Pretending that we were into things that we weren't, pretending that we weren't as weird as we were. pretending that we sometimes didn't feel alone. But whether it's at class sledding trips, or forensics tournaments, or just getting really excited about Alexander Hamilton, we become people in which it's impossible for anyone to feel alone. Because of this, parents that have always given their unending support, and a staff that has always made its students feel heard and valued, I have never felt the need to be someone that I am not. I firmly believe that in no other class of people that I've been able to grow into the more thoughtful or caring person that I am today, and watching you all grow and change with me has been an honor. WIHI gave us the opportunity to be ourselves, and for that, I am forever grateful. I started this speech with a question, but I'm going to end it with a quote. The doctor from BBC America's popular TV show Doctor Who once said, "We are all stories in the end. Just make it a good one." And WIHI has been a good one. But this is not the end of our story. This is just the beginning. Thank you so much for everything you've given me. And for the record, cake is not bread.
Good evening. Nothing like a graduation to get 100% attendance from the senior class for the very first time. But just in case, I feel like we should open the doors knowing how Mr. Giddings likes to lock us out early. We're good? Okay, great. Even though it was a struggle every morning, I don't want to take any credit away from the immense amount of work that we all somehow accomplished. That's because WIHI has prepared us for what's soon to come, by challenging us and helping to shape us into the exceptional individuals we are today. The fact that we get to wear these caps and gowns makes that evident. Believe it or not, there's actually one thing I don't really like about today. It's that graduation is known as the point where we will never see each other again. Well, one, it's not like I won't be stalking you all on Facebook, Instagram, Club Penguin, and MySpace. And two, there isn't a doubt in my mind that sitting before me here are future leaders. We have made it through what only a small percent of the world can even imagine. And that's because coming to WIHI each year, there was a new challenge. Freshman year was making friends, realizing your relationship with the IB will never make sense to a great extent. Sophomore year was learning that adventure physical education did not mean a magic school bus ride to an exotic location. And realizing the people around you aren't just your classmates, but your combat mates and allies you will forever need to take on the battle that is the IB. Junior year, it was giving so many literature presentations you thought you wrote the book. And finally, the long-awaited senior year, where we beat the teachers in dodgeball, no matter what they say, and started planning our futures. The most notable thing to remember is that we have all taken the time and have completed what we thought was the impossible. And for that, we should be so proud and encouraged. We get wrapped up in scores and prestige that we need to take a step back and look at what we have accomplished. The countless papers that seem endless. But that's because the teachers kept us on our toes. Speaking of the teachers, you guys always kept us thinking. But I forgive you because I know that it takes a hard-working and committed group of people to make a program like this successful. To have the skill to answer any question on the spot while still managing to give us countless chances to reach our full potential. And they aren't just teachers, but entertainers who always found a way to showcase their talents. Because of course it would be strange not to see your math teacher swing across the gym on a rope serenading us with Miley Cyrus. We have seen it all. Now graduates, it's time to move on to the next colossal step in our lives. It's time to start waking up each day with the excitement of figuring out the next challenge you're ready to conquer. Time to start becoming independent, and most importantly, time to reflect on the past experiences and the people we've shared them with. Attending the school with each and every one of you has been a pleasure. Whether we woke every day with a loud hello, wait no, that was just this room. Whether we stayed up overnight, trying to remember the difference between an ionic and covalent bond. And if you don't know, Raheem Fez and Years of Hell should be able to answer that for you. and whether we turn the Canton Public Library into the coolest place to hang out, and whether we started conversations about diversity that formed into clubs and engaging after-school events. It has been irreplaceable. Look at all the work we've done running on 3 hours of sleep the majority of the time. Imagine what we could do with a full 8 hours. So some things I want to leave you with today is advice from my family who I'm grateful for. Is to always be the best you. It's our time to make change in the world happen. Congratulations, and I love you.
I'm sorry, I'm short, so you know my okay, so I'm going to start my speech by saying that, for the record, if it ever sounds like I'm crying at any point, I'm not. I have a very, very severe allergy to goodbyes, all right? So nobody call me out on that. All right, but anyways, seriously. Is this not great? Really? I mean, take a second to think about this. All of the years of learning and work and everything leading up to this exact moment. And here we are. But we wouldn't have gotten here without help, though. Can we give a big hand to the staff and the teachers and the parents of all of them who are here tonight? Let's see if I can hold my breath. Inquisitive, knowledgeable, balanced, risk-taking, reflectors. We're also like caring and some other stuff too, I think. But you are the people who got us through it all. You made the lesson plans and sponsored the clubs and brought the food. That was the important part, really. You prepared us for the world with your CAS hours and enrichments and your advanced IB courses. You have always had our thanks, our love, our gratitude, and occasionally our resentment when you made us work instead of procrastinating. But let's talk about the main reason we're all here today. The class of 2016. We've been through a lot together, haven't we? You guys are the family that I chose. Or, more accurately, the family that my parents chose for me in high schools. But I am so glad that they chose this one. Oh, the memories. Like, remember when we put a toad in the girls' room on the Dominican Republic trip? I mean, some of the girls are looking at me like it wasn't good, but you guys, come on, you know it was great. Oh, Zach, Joel, Robert, Omar, remember? I should have talked about that. But from the munistic sword fights to the endless puns to the many times someone texted me, Zaira, at 10 o'clock at night asking for homework, you guys are the community that welcomed me and stood by me and each other through thick and thin. I would talk about the memories I had with each and every one of you, but they did mention something about time limits. I mean, this isn't something I talk about a lot. On a more serious note, but partway through my junior year and thereafter, I did start struggling with some serious depression based on, sparked by some personal issues. And there were times when I thought that where I wanted to give up and just cut myself off from the world and sit there alone with my graduate worsening condition. But in those moments, I thought of you, my fellow students and teachers, all the awesome parents that I met, thought of all the wonderful times that we had, and all of the times that we would have. And I realized I couldn't miss that. So, I started talking with some friends. Some of them were graduating tonight. And they got me talking with my parents and seeking help. And now I'm standing here today in front of you. And even to those of you who I didn't reach out to directly, you were just as important. Because every smile and every joke from every student, parent, and staff showed me that I wasn't alone. And that there was always someone to talk with, to laugh with, to cry with, to tell me that everything was going to be all right. So I'd like to thank you, WIHI, and especially the class of 2016. You saved my life, and this whole speech has been my way of saying thank you. But I won't say goodbye, because I know I will see you all later. So, go out and save the world, because everyone here needs you. We all know that somebody here is going to cure cancer, and another one's going to be president. So go and do it. To quote one of my personal heroes, Salvador Rackham, keep in mind that much sooner rather than later, great avenues will again be opened, through which will pass a few people to construct a better society. I love you all. And I cannot believe this is the last time I'm probably going to say this to all of you together in one place, so I'll try to make it better. Hasta la victoria siempre, amigos. Victory forever, and viva la revolución. Thank you. I love you all.
Each year, our graduates select one faculty member who has influenced their WIHI experience in an especially meaningful way to deliver the faculty address. This year's selection was unanimous and goes to the one educator who has taught each and every one of these graduates each and every year at WIHI. For his 4 years of literature teaching, mentoring, financial guidance, tear wiping, inspiration, recommendation writing, and unending love for this class, we are pleased to welcome Mr. William Garcia.
I thought long and hard about the best way to honor this specific class, some way to epitomize their collective spirit. And I could come up with no better way than this. I wrote this speech at 3 a.m. this morning, while simultaneously streaming How I Met Your Mother on Netflix and sending my friends Snapchats of my cat. This truly captures the heart and soul of this class, and we love you for it. Our students, much to their teachers' chagrin, often stayed up too late doing homework. They begged for extensions. They came to class in the morning bleary-eyed and slightly dazed. But this was not mere procrastination. In fact, it was the exact opposite. Those late nights were the result of caring too much. It's true. Your days and evenings were packed with a million activities that you were so passionate about that you couldn't confine them to the limits of one building. There were forensics tournaments from the crack of dawn to the wee hours of night. Missed competitions to dominate. Athletic events that required all of our students' energy and focus and muscle. Art that needed creating. Music that needed playing. Injustices that needed correction. You looked at the world, decided that you were going to get as much from it as you could, and you jumped in with both feet. You shaped the world into a better place. And for no other reason than you created the culture of WIHI, the caring, the diversity, the family. That was you. And from now on, every student that goes to WIHI will feel the reverberations of what you built, of what you did. I know a lot of parents and some teachers are probably saying to themselves right now, there was also a lot of procrastination. Maybe. But we should never forget that making the world into a better place is exhausting work, especially when you also have exams in the morning. Now in a speech like this, I'm supposed to tell you that one day you will change the world. Sometime in the future, later. to give you a sense that your life will be important and impactful. But for you, changing the world is not just in your future. It's in your past. You've already done it. Time and time again. The friends you made, the distances you traveled, the lives you touched. The world is already a different place because of you. It's already a better place because of you. And as for being important and impactful, I hope you have long known how important you are to your teachers, how much we adore you, and how much we've impacted each other. Traditionally, this type of speech is also supposed to offer some final words of advice, one last chance to impart wisdom before you head off to bigger and better things. But frankly, I have no more advice to give. I say more because what have all of your teachers been doing for the last 4 years than offering you advice? Learn this, try that, work together, be yourself. We have no more advice to pass on. All I can say now is remember those lessons. You might not remember how to derive the square root of a hypotenuse. Did I say that right? Hypotenuse. Okay. But we hope you will remember to approach any problem you have with logic and reason. You may not remember Xenophobia and Kemmerer, but we hope that you remember that you recall the dangers of apathy. You may not remember your exact vocal warm-ups, but we hope that you remember that when you speak, say what you believe in a voice that is strong and firm and true. Remember that you spent 4 years living in close quarters with people radically different from you. Race, color, creed, religion, ideology, orientation. None of it matters a whit as long as you know the person beneath. One of my favorite things about WIHI is that we have no majority of anything. Differences will continue to be your ally. If at some point you look around and everyone looks the same as you, and speaks the same as you, and thinks the same as you, run! There's a better way. And you are better for it. Remember how good it feels to be a part of something special and important. How it feels to join arm in arm with someone and pull each other towards greater heights. Remember that someone helped you get here. And remember that you helped someone get here in return. We succeed together, which makes the victory sweeter. Or we fail together, which makes the defeat tolerable. When you feel alone in this world, and you will, seek out your friends, make new ones, become part of something bigger than yourself. And on those truly dark days when it feels that the entire world is against you, remember that you are loved. Remember that no matter what happens to you in the world, that I will always love and adore you. And at least hold on to that. From here on out, you will continue to change the world in ways big and small. No matter what you do, the jobs you work, the passions you follow, the people you love, the children you raise. You will continually be shaping the world into a different place for yourself and for others. There are moments in your life, fabulous, fantastic, beautiful moments, when after hard work and endless hours of struggle and stress and exhaustion and moments of luck and flashes of genius, you will look around and discover that the world truly is a different place because of you. You will have changed the world. I hope you change it for the better. I hope we helped. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. At this time, Ms. Doe will present the 2016 graduating class of Washtenaw International High School for acceptance.
Nobody wanted to follow William after that speech. Would our prospective graduates please rise? The members of the class of 2016 have met or exceeded Washtenaw International High School's graduation requirements. These requirements include 32.5 academic credits and 6 enrichments, including a career mentorship. In addition, each student has fully participated in the International Baccalaureate program, which includes 6 externally assessed courses, 150 hours of creativity, action, and community service, a 4,000-word research essay, 2 semester courses in theory of knowledge, and over the last 3 weeks, over 20 hours of IB examinations. Members of the class of 2016 have been accepted to over 48 different colleges and universities, including, bear with me, this is a long list, Bryn Mawr College, Calvin College, Case Western Reserve University, Eastern Michigan University, Emory University, George Washington University, Indiana University, Kalamazoo College, McAllister College, Michigan State University, MIAT College of Technology, Ohio State University, Olin College of Engineering, Oxford College at Emory University, Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, Sarah Lawrence College, University of Chicago, University of Michigan, University of Nebraska, University of Redlands, Wayne State University, Wittenberg University, Western Michigan University, and Yale University. The class of 2016 was admitted to colleges and universities in 24 states and 2 international countries, including Ireland and Qatar. Here is the part where parents, you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing the experience was well worth it. In total, the class of 2016 earned more than $7.6 million in college scholarships over the course of 4 years. For the 2016-17 academic year alone, this class has earned more than $1.9 million in scholarships. And also impressive, they have completed over 4,000 hours of community service in the past 2 years, making a tremendous impact on our local and global communities. To the representatives of the consortium districts and their boards, and the Washtenaw Intermediate School District, on behalf of the entire Washtenaw International High School faculty and staff, I present for your acceptance the Washtenaw International High School Class of 2016.
Partner districts, Ann Arbor Public Schools, Lincoln Consolidated Schools, Saline Area Schools, and Ypsilanti Community Schools. It is my distinct honor to accept the Washtenaw International High School Class of 2016.
At this time, please welcome Senior Class Advisor Rachel Hervey and Senior Passport Leader Louis Ezekiel to introduce each graduate. We We ask that you keep your applause brief so that all graduate names and recognition can be heard clearly as they cross the stage. Graduate names will be read alphabetically by district. Ushers, please lead the graduates to the stage. This is her. To begin, we recognize our Ann Arbor Public Schools graduates. Please welcome Ann Arbor Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Denise Kerr-Swift, to recognize our Ann Arbor graduates.
Muhammad Ahmad personifies what it means to be reflective by looking back before moving forward. Chloe Andrews embodies what it means to be open-minded by embracing new experiences in Model UN, forensics, and more. Walker Barron takes pride in caring for others and ensuring their happiness. Savan Chaudhry exemplifies what it means to be caring by empowering others to accomplish goals. Ashleen Cooper prides herself on being open-minded to others' views in and out of school. Sierra Cornell personifies the commuter trait, saying, WIHI has given me my voice. Yara El Tawil takes pride in being balanced by succeeding in school while maintaining her love for doing everything. Isra El Shafei personifies the open-minded trait, learning to consider all possibilities and accept all others. Christiana Hart exemplifies what it means to be open-minded and appreciates the learning WIHI has provided about other cultures and ideas. Samra Jolani personifies the risk-taker trait by never failing to take on and overcome new challenges. Sana Mahmood exemplifies what it means to be reflective, saying, I use the past to make a better future and a better me. Personifies what it means to be knowledgeable, because the IB program has expanded his knowledge about the world.
Samantha Orosh. Personifies the open-minded trait and believes that even if you don't agree with them, you should keep trying to understand others. Mehreen Pervez. Exemplifies what it means to be caring through her dedication towards social justice work. Ira Sohail. Personifies the meaning of principle by acting with integrity, even when no one is watching. Victoria Stewart. Takes pride in being open-minded and evaluating the ideas of others without bias. Alexabel Talbot. Exemplifies what it means to be caring and always puts others before herself.
Congratulations, Ann Arbor WIHI graduates. On behalf of Lincoln Consolidated Schools, please welcome Superintendent Sean McMahon to recognize our Lincoln graduates.
Bailey Doherty. Exemplifies the inquirer trait. As an artist and student, Bailey questions how we usually see the world. Olivia Ecclestone. Prides herself on being balanced with academics, athletics, and extracurriculars. Jacob Guthrie. Personifies the inquirer trait. He models how to ask questions and apply prior knowledge. Taylor Hartman. Prides herself on being open-minded and considering different perspectives. Maxwell Lang. Exemplifies what it means to be caring by helping others find the good in all situations. Bennett Little. Personifies what it means to be open-minded, saying, I better understand different cultures because of my time at WIHI. Sarah McCleary. Prides herself on being an inquirer because the best way to learn is to ask questions. Grace Swanson. Personifies the communicator trait, saying, I thrive on exchanging ideas with people and learning from their stories. Joel Varner. Prides himself on being a thinker in research, work, and actions. Luke Zimmerman. Personifies what it means to be open-minded and cherishes strong friendships with those with different worldviews.
Congratulations to our Lincoln WIHI graduates. On behalf of Saline Area Schools, please welcome Superintendent Scott Grady to congratulate our student graduates.
Hamza Ahmed. that he learns from the first and second attempt at a task to always improve. Zainab Ahmed. Takes pride in being balanced by managing her studies and helping family in times of need. Mohammed Naveed Akhtar. Personifies what it means to be balanced by focusing on life as a whole, not academics alone. Zufa Ashraf. Exemplifies what it means to be an inquirer by always asking questions to deepen her knowledge and understanding. Zaira Ashraf. Personifies what it means to be a communicator, saying that voices have the power to change the world in infinite ways. Tiffany Askew. Prides herself on being balanced by succeeding academically and improving our school community. Hamza Azam. Personifies the risk-taker trait by taking risks in order to achieve his goals. William Dirksen. Personifies what it means to be open-minded by attempting to understand all walks of people. Jillian Gatecliff. Exemplifies the balanced trait by participating in athletics, clubs, and school at a high level. Hadia Hayter. Takes pride in caring and compassionately respecting others to make a positive difference. Alyssa Jameson. Prides herself in being an inquirer and continuing to ask questions to gain understanding. Umar Khan. Takes pride in being knowledgeable and thanks his teachers for helping him learn. Jasmine Kimbrough. Takes pride in being a risk taker by pushing herself for a positive outcome, despite the challenges that life brings. Viru Kunal. Viru says, I support other WIHI students to keep going and reach our goals. Mohammed Muazzam Shahriar. Personifies the risk-taker trait through his intensive work in the sciences. Abdurrafe Siddiqui. Personifies what it means to be principled by always sticking to his values. Manur Siddiqui. Takes pride in being open-minded by forming relationships with diverse peers. Warda Tahir. Personifies what it means to be balanced by managing her time and maintaining academic strength.
Congratulations to our Saline WIHI graduates. On behalf of Ypsilanti Community Schools, please welcome Superintendent Dr. Benjamin Edmondson to congratulate our Ypsilanti graduates.
Nico Alvarado. Takes pride in being balanced by maintaining his well-being while completing his schoolwork with pride. Olivia Brumman. Personifies the risk-taker trait by diving into new and unknown challenges. Aria Davis. Takes pride in being open-minded, always embracing the experiences and ideas of others. Omar Al-Safi. Personifies what it means to be a communicator by engaging with others in a personable and globally minded manner. Yeah! Spencer Gravel. Prides himself on being knowledgeable by sharing and learning new, interesting information. Mohammed Hadri. Personifies what it means to be caring by mentoring and supporting family, friends, and peers. Syed Abdullah Hassan. Personifies the risk-taker trait by approaching new situations with confidence. Jonas Higby. Personifies the inquirer trait by working to figure out even the most complex issues. Marley Higby. Personifies what it means to be knowledgeable by engaging with and analyzing new ideas. Imanuddin Hijazi. Exemplifies what it means to be an inquirer by researching new topics until there's nothing left to learn. Adina Diahu. Prides herself on being caring by helping others and listening to their feelings. Prince Robert Logan. Takes pride in being caring, both for others and for the quality of his work. Zayd Mateen. Prides himself as a risk taker by always looking for new opportunities to achieve his goals. Emma Nelson. Takes pride in being an inquirer and asking all the questions. Teresa Brauster. Prides herself in being a communicator, a trait which she uses to learn new languages, and in her work with Syrian refugees. Hamdia Saeed. Prides herself in being open-minded and learning from others, even when she holds strong opinions. Zachariah Simone. Owen Strensky. Exemplifies what it means to be open-minded by respecting others' opinions even when he does not agree. Numan Suri. Prides himself on being open-minded and is grateful for their diversity at WIHI. Sharon Sabo. A well-balanced individual in both her academics and her community.
Congratulations to our Ypsilanti WIHI chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now honored to welcome an educator whose leadership, vision, and perseverance have led to the existence of international baccalaureate education in Washtenaw County. Please welcome a WIHI founder and Washtenaw Intermediate School District Interim Assistant Superintendent, Naomi Norman.
I'm so in awe. I just speeches that I'm in awe of all of you. Oh, it's such an honor to be here this evening. I feel so privileged to be among our newest graduates of WIHI, our second graduating class, our families, friends, the WIHI faculty, our county educational leaders, and school board members, all of you who are here, and everyone else who's here to support these graduates. So I realize I was asked to speak this evening because I played a critical role in founding WIHI. My involvement started with a single, pivotal choice made one Tuesday morning 8 years ago. You have these moments in life where you make a choice. Some choices feel so big right now, which college to attend, what major to choose, and then there's choices that carry us through our days, the smaller ones, like what to wear, who am I going to sit by in class or in a meeting. And then sometimes there are choices that represent pivotal moments. Not because the choice was big, but because it was anchored in something more important than ourselves. It's anchored in a hope for a better world, a vision for what could be, a set of values grounded in others and not oneself. And sometimes those choices change our paths and the paths of others. That morning, 8 years ago, after an exclusionary statement by a colleague about how a program like IB would never be available broadly to all kids in our country, I chose to step up and help make that happen. In a moment of righteous indignation, I felt compelled to correct an educational injustice. I took ownership of a vision for a world-class IB school that wouldn't exclude kids because of where they lived. Starting a school like WIHI doesn't just happen by chance. It might have been inevitable that we would have IB in our county, but it wasn't inevitable that it would be a program that was open to all communities and all children. It happened due to choices that various people made, including all of you. So in addition to making this a county program, another important choice was where it would be located. Should we place the school in a community where people who maybe can't get a ride or drive halfway around the county to go to school, but maybe could walk or bike if the school was close by, Could we find a community that was racially, economically, and culturally diverse? In our vision for the school, it was about removing as many barriers as possible to getting a diverse group of students into the school as possible. It was diverse by design. The choice to place it in Ypsilanti was anchored in a core set of values about equity, access, and diversity. So a year ago, I was waiting in line at the post office. We were getting a passport for my son, and we struck up a conversation with the family next to us. And surprisingly, a story unfolded about a family who lived not too far from WIHI and whose daughter chose to attend the school, partly because of where it was located. And I was so in awe of the story and the hopes and the dreams of that particular mom. And I was so in awe of the young woman herself as she talked about her experience. And it was that moment, 5 years after we decided to try to make this happen, that I got a peek into the power of what was created because of where it was located. I cried when I got back into the car. I cried for the power of actualizing a hope or a vision. It mattered that we put this school in Ypsilanti. It made an IB education possible for someone who might not otherwise have been able to have it. I'm proud to have played a role in starting this school, but this school would not have existed if it wasn't for many other pivotal choices. If it weren't for a vision built on the value of equity, if it weren't for the vision to make IB available, even in our poorest communities, if it weren't for courageous leaders, like our district superintendents, and Bert Obama, and our school boards here in Washtenaw County, who are willing to collaborate instead of compete. And for the first 2 classes of WIHI, you guys, you took one of the most courageous choices by choosing this school and its vision before it was fully authorized as an IB school. I'm grateful to your vision and courage and the value you placed on everything this school stands for. And for so many of the teachers who gave so much of themselves to bring this vision alive, I'm grateful to you for making the choice to be a part of this community. And to the community members and business leaders, I'm grateful for your choice to support this incredible program. This school represents the vision that stood that morning 8 years ago, a school with young people from many different communities, from many different cultures, from many different income levels and life circumstances, all brought together by an interest and passion for an IB curriculum and a strong world-class school. So graduates, never forget that you have a choice. Small choices and big choices, but especially choices that call for you to step up and live into a core value. A choice that challenges the status quo and makes something seemingly impossible become possible. A choice that is about something bigger than yourself. Those are the choices that change all our lives. Congratulations.
Our final speaker tonight is WIHI's own IB coordinator, lead teacher, and necktie aficionado, Mr. Daniel Giddings.
Good evening, WIHI students, families, faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the class of 2016. We arrived at this day that probably seemed like a lifetime away when you first took a chance on WIHI back in 2012. You may have decided that WIHI was a school for you when you first stepped onto WIHI's campus for open house, or maybe it was the ice cream socials, or maybe when you stepped foot out for the first time for freshman orientation. Regardless, you made the brave choice, or as some of you point out, your parents made the brave choice, for you to become the second graduating class of WIHI. No matter who made the decision, you took a chance on us, but you also set yourself up for an inevitable comparison. As a second child myself, I can sympathize with this experience. You have taught the underclassmen and staff so much over the past 4 years that it disheartened me to hear that some of you didn't think we would do some amazing things that we did recognize in the first place. And we weren't going to do a senior clap out, because we did. And we weren't going to have passport teacher speeches that made you cry, because we did. Looking at you, Beru. That we weren't going to have teacher pranks in the parking lot, well, we did. That we weren't going to have another amazing teacher video, but did you really think that we're all just going to send you off for the same exact one as last year? I mean, come on. How'd you go from there, right? Just a little bit. Thanks for stopping for that. I'm here to tell you once and for all, even though you weren't the first graduating class to experience WIHI, you'll be the last graduating class that can share some amazing experiences that no other future classes will. I'm going to share a few of those memories for you now. Feel free to fact check me on these, but I guarantee you I didn't use Wikipedia as a source. I didn't need any extensions on this, and I didn't start it the night before. The class of 2016 will be the last graduating class to have Mr. Garcia for 4 fabulous years of lecture. Some of you are the last to have one math teacher turn IB coordinator for 4 years. And speaking of math HL students, you'll be the last class to ever have the car project. You're welcome, teachers. The last class to remember when the 600 and 700 wings were closed. The last class to visit the basement/bomb shelter before we realized that the door wasn't locked. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, by the way. The last class to remember the second courtyard as Jumanji in its true unguarded form. The last class to wonder what IB class would be like without having upperclassmen to share their experiences. Most importantly, it will be the last class of 2016 we've ever had. Always remember these lasts that will have shaped, that you have shared amongst each other, and with these incredible staff that sits behind me. These experiences helped our WIHI family grow from that school that is in the old East Middle School known as Wi-Fi, to the school that is known around Washtenaw County in the state of Michigan as a school that helps foster amazing global leaders such as yourself. WIHI is known as this exceptional place because of the hard work and determination of the 67 graduates that stand in front of them, or sit in front of them. So do us a favor. Before you walk out those doors in a few minutes, please remember all the enrichments, all the clubs that you are a part of. Remember all the biology labs and econ simulations. Remember all the lunchroom chats with friends, and all the times when Ms. Hervey or I locked you out about 7:50 a.m. every morning. I mean, come on, we gave you 5.1, right? Remember that no matter what graduate order you are in our family, you will always have a WIHI family that will support you and be there for you in all your future successes and failures that may pop up. In closing, I found inspiration from the words of a song you try to say at Epitomize Your Class. When we see potential, we just got to see it through. Thanks for the words, Rihanna. I think there's a lot of potential in this class. You are a special class, and we will never stop supporting you on your journey through life. And the next step in that journey starts right now. Washtenaw International High School graduates, it is now time to mark the completion of your high school journey by moving the tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. With pride in their accomplishments and excitement for what is to come, I present to you the 2016 graduating class of Washtenaw International High School.
you, Mr. G. Graduates and guests, please be seated. And one final time, thank you. Thank you, all of you, for your ongoing support, dedication, and faith in our endeavors in support of these students for the past 4 years. As we prepare to conclude tonight's ceremony with processional music from Mr. Pearson and the graduation ensemble, we will invite faculty to leave the stage and exit the auditorium first. We ask that audience members remain seated. Graduates will then recess out of the auditorium, and once all graduates have exited, audience members are invited to make their way to the lobby for refreshments, photos, and celebration. Thank you so much for celebrating with us. Graduates, please rise.
Today is Thursday, May 26th, 2016.